Welcome to the KJ & Company Thanksgiving Kitchen, and it is Turkey Day. So we are all about the turkey. We're making an herbed cheesecloth turkey, which you may not know what a cheesecloth is. But that's okay, because we're gonna dive into it. Essentially, this turkey is gonna be so buttery and juicy and flavorful, and it's so simple, you're gonna fall in love with it. All right, so we're gonna set the turkey aside for just a minute. And we're gonna chop up some fresh herbs. We're gonna do a combination of rosemary and thyme. You can use dried herbs if you'd like, but the fresh herbs really brighten the flavor, and since it's kind of minimal ingredients, we wanna use the best ingredients that we can. So we have fresh rosemary and fresh thyme, garlic, and it's all gonna go into some melted butter, and then the turkey is gonna get submerged, well, the cheesecloth is gonna get submerged, and then cover that entire turkey. It's just like a nice buttery blanket that's gonna just hang out and cook on top of the turkey. All right, then you're just gonna give everything a nice chop. So then we have a pan of melted butter. It's a whole stick of melted butter here. And we're just gonna take these herbs and put it straight into the melted butter. So 1 and 2. All right, then we threw some garlic in there. We're just gonna mix it all together. Just give it a good stir, get it combined. Okay, now we're gonna bring the turkey, ooh, I lost my spoon. Never mind, take the spoon out. Okay, we're gonna bring the turkey back. Isn't it cute? So we got a 14-pound turkey here. This recipe works great for 12 to 15 pounds. If you're gonna go a larger turkey, you're just gonna have to up your quantities of butter and herbs and all the good things. So what we need to do is we need to pat this turkey dry with a paper towel, and that's gonna make sure the skin is nice and golden brown and crispy instead of soggy. All right, so you literally just take a folded paper towel and you just pat it dry. Just get it as dry as you can. We want that classically golden brown turkey, you know, to put on your Thanksgiving table. Try to hike your sleeve up so it stays out of the way. Make sure to kind of get the legs, just get everywhere. And we're gonna let that just continue to dry. Bring back your cutting board because we need to get just an onion in the bottom. And hold on. We have found that if you put a wet paper towel on your cutting board when you're cutting an onion, you won't cry. And I'm a big onion crier, and I did not cry. So this is life-changing for me. All right, so we have a peeled onion. We're just gonna give it a rough chop, nothing fancy here. It's just going into the bottom of the pan and just gonna kind of help add flavor and just good aromas. So I just give it a quick chop. And just arrange it in the bottom of your roasting pan. Just kind of all around the turkey. Okay. I'm gonna set that aside. And we're gonna take this herbed butter mixture that's starting to look at it in all its glory here. It does kind of set up a bit, especially with all the herbs in it. So we're gonna take it and we're just gonna spoon it all over this turkey. Get it nice and covered, because this is also gonna be your seasoning. Okay, and it's okay if you leave a little bit in there because we're gonna melt another stick of butter, and that's what the cheesecloth is gonna go in. So just arrange this all around the turkey, get it nice and covered. Especially on the white meat, on the breast, you want to get it as covered as you can, because that tends to be what dries out quicker than the rest of the turkey. Okay. It's all distributed. Okay, so this is a cheesecloth. Essentially, it's just a very, very thin cloth, and it is actually 4 layers thick is how I folded it, or how the team folded it. I didn't actually fold it. I can't take credit. So essentially you just want a piece that's gonna be big enough to cover the top of the turkey. So just kind of play it by ear for how big your turkey is. So we're literally just submerging this in a pan of melted butter, a whole stick of butter here. I'm gonna grab a spatula because that's a little hot. Okay. You just want it to soak up all of that butter, all the butter that we can get. Just kind of smush it around and get all of that butter soaked up in there. It's gonna look like a blob. Okay. And there's some leftover herbs in here because we use the same saucepan that we put all the herbs in, and that's completely fine. So now, give it a little test. When it's a little bit cool to handle, don't burn yourself. You're gonna take this cheesecloth and you're gonna completely cover the turkey in this butter-soaked goodness. Let it just drop and fan back out. You're just gonna cover it right up. Just tuck it in. It's time to go for a nap. I like to just tuck the edges in. Should have rolled up my sleeves, but that's all right. Tuck it underneath the turkey. Just want to make sure everything is covered. And it's ready for the oven. We're gonna pour some chicken stock into the bottom of the pan first, but I gotta wash my hands. Okay, so now we're gonna pour in some chicken stock to the bottom of the pan, and this will just help keep everything nice and juicy. And then when we baste the turkey, we'll have nice stock and butter because the butter is gonna melt down. So it's just a good combo. Because what we'll have to do is we'll have to baste this turkey about every 30-ish minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. You just want to make sure that this cheesecloth stays nice and moist because otherwise it'll burn and then you'll have a burnt turkey, which we don't want. So the reason you cover a turkey in a buttered cheesecloth is it just acts like this butter blanket that just infuses the turkey with so much flavor. It keeps it nice and juicy and you don't have to worry about a dried out turkey because nobody wants dry turkey. All right, this is ready for the oven. All right, so we're gonna baste the turkey. You just get some of the juices from the bottom of the pan and you just wanna make sure that that cheesecloth is staying nice and juicy. You just wanna make sure it's soaked all the way through. And as you can see, there's some parts that will cook faster than the others and you just wanna make sure those are more coated than the other places. Ah! All right, the turkey has been roasting away. You can see this cheesecloth is nice and golden brown and it has done its job. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna remove this and then we're gonna baste it again, and that way the skin can continue to get nice and crispy and golden brown. Easiest way to do that, tongs. Just peel it right off. Look at it. So now that everything has been kept nice and moist, this cheesecloth has done its job, and we're just gonna get the skin crispy and brown. Just set that off to the side. We don't need it anymore. Okay, then we're gonna baste this and put it back in the oven. All right, the turkey just came out of the oven. Look how golden brown and delicious it is. It smells so good in here. Instantly smells like Thanksgiving. I mean, how can it not? It's turkey. It's perfectly golden brown crust. We got it nice and juicy from that buttery cheesecloth. And we're gonna make an amazing gravy out of all of these drippings and the herbs that are in there. It's gonna be so great. So let's get this carved up and transferred to a platter, and we're ready for Thanksgiving. Okay, we have a perfectly carved turkey arranged on this platter. Simple white platter with some fresh sage and some cranberries just to make this golden brown turkey pop. And this is going to wow your Thanksgiving crowd and be the perfect centerpiece for any holiday table. Happy Thanksgiving! I didn't buy any fresh oregano.
I am your herb source, remember?
You have fresh oregano?
Of course I have fresh oregano.
Duh. What question is that, Kate? Sorry. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Is this where she cuts her finger?
We're on set here. You're rolling on this one now.
Oh.
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings. Okay.